Have you ever wondered if you've ever traveled with a dead body before? Maybe they were just lying there, right beneath your feet, in the dark, freezing cargo hold. No one told you, no signs, no warnings. You were watching a movie, sipping juice, laughing, while someone's loved one lay cold and still, just below you. Creepy, right? Well, this story isn't just creepy, it's real, and it happened to me. It was 2 a.m. in Cairo. I was sitting there when I saw an ambulance pass by. No sirens, no flashing lights. I immediately knew there was a corpse on board. It's actually normal for commercial flights to carry dead bodies. I've seen hawks, cats, dogs, and even exotic birds flown before, but never a human body. My husband was the captain of that night's special flight from the Middle East to Cairo. It was a flight added due to high demand. He received the usual documents: passenger count, baggage weight, and cargo details. Except for one note: a coffin. There was a coffin in the cargo hold, and with it, a body. Whenever there's an animal or a dead body on board, it must be reported directly to the captain. Only the captain decides if everything is safe for takeoff, especially for things like coffins and live animals, which require special temperature settings. So, my husband briefed the crew, saying, "We've got a coffin on this flight." Most were fine with it, but one female crew member, an Indian woman, suddenly burst into tears. She didn't explain at first, but later admitted she was terrified of dead bodies, ghosts specifically. To help her, my husband reassigned her as a deadhead, meaning she didn't have to work and could rest in the crew quarters. The plane took off smoothly, but about 30 minutes in, a flight attendant rushed in. A female passenger was crying uncontrollably and insisted the plane turn back. Security stepped in immediately, but my husband knew this was a safety concern, so he handed control to the co-pilot and went to speak with her. Here's where things got strange. She told him she was the wife of the man in the coffin, and that he'd been with her the whole time, walking beside her, alive. Even though my husband didn't believe in ghosts, this shook him. He moved her to business class to calm down. She promised to stay quiet, and everything settled for a while. But when my husband returned to the cockpit, he saw the co-pilot had placed a Quran on the control panel. He chuckled, but also felt a little nervous, and began silently praying for the flight's safety. The plane landed in Cairo. Passengers began disembarking, but that woman didn't move. When my husband passed by on his way to the lavatory, he saw her talking to herself. He gently said, "Ma'am, we've arrived." She replied, "My husband doesn't want to get off. He wants to stay on the plane a little longer." The entire crew froze. An ambulance was called to take her to the cargo terminal for the coffin. As she left, the radio buzzed. A technician reported, "We need the relative of the deceased. The coffin was found open." That was it. The Indian crew member fainted. Another started crying. Even my husband had had enough. He grabbed the Quran, went into the lavatory, performed wudu, and prayed right there on the plane. Later at the crew center, everyone was talking about how the sealed coffin could have possibly opened. The woman gave her statement to the police. "My husband didn't want to stay in the coffin. He wanted to sit with me in the cabin." She said he made her promise to take care of herself. That's why she kept talking to him the whole time. Even the deceased man's daughter didn't file a complaint. She just said her mother had always been like that. And that was the end of it.